Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Oh, y'all, I am so tired. When I say y'all, I went to bed kind of late. I didn't mean to, but I was doing so much last night. I should have took my ass bed, and I'm feeling it now. So hopefully I'm going to get my tea when I get to work, so I can have me a little caffeine in my system to keep pushing me, child. And I hadn't took my B12 this morning. We're going to see what it gives. I don't know, baby. I'm tired. I did not want to get up. My alarm went off this morning, and I just kind of laid there like, fuck. But we up and out, I'm child. Ugh. So it's going to be one of those mornings. I hope nobody don't be bothering me this morning, because I really don't feel like it. I'm in that mode. But let's get on with the show. I hope you guys are having a great morning. I hope you guys rested well. Good morning. Hey, Linda, my mod. Hey, what's up? And everybody else. Everybody, I'm taking my ass to bed tonight. And then I got the food thing that I do on Thursdays, y'all, the volunteer thing. I was like, damn, it would be today when I really need to come home and relax. But I'm gonna go, because I like to be committed to things that I say I'm gonna do. So I'll be out there. I'll be leaving work early to go do that. Bring home so I can get my show together for the pop-in, and it's a wrap after that. Like, damn. Oh, but nevertheless, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. It is Thursday, honey. Tomorrow is Friday, thank God. That's all I can say. All right, let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged, and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay? Celebrity news is always first, and that's where we'll begin. Whew, child. All right, so Oprah, honey, let's talk about Oprah right quick. Oprah Winfrey, honey, says that she was the target of fat jokes for 25 years on media platforms, okay? She says that the In Living Color skits were very triggering for her, because they used to roast the hell out of her on In Living Color. Y'all used to watch In Living Color? That used to be funny. Be a funny show with the Wayans. All right, so Oprah also celebrated her 67-pound weight loss, she says. So she's saying that since she admitted that she was prescribed weight loss shots, of course, y'all know she was on Ozempic, and she was lying, telling people that she was doing Weight Watchers, all right? So she had to come back and do like a little apology to people who believed her, in terms of saying, hey, you lost all this weight on Weight Watchers, we about to get on Weight Watchers. She was also promoting Weight Watchers, and then to find out she was actually on Ozempic, which is how she lost the weight so quickly. It was coming off as being very deceiving to people, misleading millions, as they're saying, of people who believed that she lost the weight through Weight Watchers. So I think she was having some issues with the Ozempic, because y'all know Gayle King came out to say that she was having some type of stomach problems and whatnot, which I don't think Gayle should have done that, because that was not your place to speak on her issues. But that's what Oprah had to say. So they really went hard on Oprah, child, about her lying about that shit. And she had to issue an apology, because people were like, damn, we don't spend all this money on Weight Watchers, and the whole time your ass is out here on Ozempic. Got a lot of people getting on Ozempic to lose that weight. We talked about Candy Burns yesterday getting on it. She didn't lose no weight. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but I don't know. But that's what it is, and that's all of that. So hopefully, child, hopefully Oprah, honey, is getting the therapy she needs. And because y'all know Oprah's weight over the years went up and down. She'd be small one minute, the next minute she'd be chunky. But either way, to me, she looked great to me. Even when she was a little chunkier, she was still beautiful. Even though it may not have been healthy for her to be that chunky or that big, you know. I don't know. I like the big Oprah and the little Oprah. Hell, I don't know. But, you know, it's pressure when you're in Hollywood to look a certain way, to be a certain weight, to be seen as a certain way, to be in certain, you know, circles. Because that's what Kanye West's mama was going through when she started getting all those surgeries. She was like, hey, I'm in Hollywood now, and all these teeny weeny women walking by, and they're, you know, everybody's a size 2 or a size 6. Like, they feel pressure to do certain things in order to fit in. So Oprah is no exception to the rule. She's a billionaire, so she hang around in certain circles that other people wouldn't normally hang in. And these women are like small, prestigious looking women, model type. So she's out here doing whatever she can to fit in, child, as being Oprah. So she want to be little Oprah. She's small now. From the most recent pictures that I saw of Oprah, she's really small now with a little waistline. And I was like, who is this? This don't look like no damn Oprah. But that's Oprah, child. That is Oprah. All right, so DJ Richie Sky did a interview with Destiny. Okay, and I know y'all tired of hearing about Destiny, but she is on a roll, child. She is interviewing with anybody. She's talking to anybody that would listen to her ass. But I'm going to say this about DJ Richie. I was kind of turned off ever since he retracted his statement about Martell. I kind of been turned off a little bit about DJ Richie, and I got to speak openly about it because that's just how I feel. I don't feel like you were being 100% with yourself. I feel like if you put a statement out there, stand on it. Don't be putting shit out. You go and retract it because, and then say that's not how I really felt. No, you're trying to fit in with what you feel is popular opinion, and I don't agree with that. If I say some shit, I stand on it. I'm not taking no video down. I'm not editing it. That's just what it is. And if you feel how you feel, I don't babysit feelings. That's just how I feel. Now, in this interview that DJ Richie Scott did with Destiny over there on her Big D energy bullshit, and that's what I call it, because that's exactly what it is. Big D energy bullshit. I feel like he was kind of catering to Destiny's bullshit versus holding her accountable. I feel like DJ Richie Scott kind of goes with whatever the wind, whichever the wind blow, whichever direction the wind blow, with certain people that he likes and certain people that's connected to certain people. And I'm saying it this way because, let me turn my air down a little bit. And I'm saying it this way because just like with Martell, that situation with Martell is connected to Carlos King, okay? Which opens a lot of doors for DJ Richie Scott. Y'all know DJ Richie Scott attended Carlos King's podcast in DC because I saw the pictures. He was there. So you hang out with Carlos. So you weren't trying to put yourself in a situation to where you were going to anger somebody who was really tight with him, which we know Carlos is very tight with Martell. So that's why you retracted that statement about Martell when the whole court documents came out about the children saying that Martell was being abusive towards them. Everybody talked about it. I talked about it as well. DJ Richie talked about it, became emotional on his platform, but then turned around and retracted what he had to say. I didn't respect that shit at all. Court documents don't lie. So what you retracting? I'm going to say it again. Court documents do not lie. The children spoke to their guardian ad litem and gave statements at which these statements were rendered to the courts and the judge, and they made a decision that Martell was guilty of doing the things that he did in those documents, okay? So if you're going to cover the story, you got to be all the way 100 across the board. There's no trying to be fair about it. You just got to be 100. It's raw. It hurts. It's embarrassing. But you got to keep it 1,000. And I don't feel like you did that. And you didn't do that with Destiny in this situation because she was able to gaslight the fuck out of you, DJ Richie. If you see this, that's going forward if you interview anybody else, Love and Marriage, Huntsville, whoever. Because we know now that it's very cliquish now from the show. Carlos has his favorites. And certain people that DJ Richie interview, he is in favor of them and not asking certain questions that he needs to ask them because he don't want to step on certain toes and then get a certain type of nod from Carlos. And that's not fair. You're not being biased at all. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so let's get into this. All right. So he interviewed Destiny on her podcast, the Big D Energy podcast. She says that she got through the interview and she tried to be smart. She tried to be a smart ass because y'all know Destiny be saying little comments and stuff under her breath and she thinks she's a fucking comedian and you're not. As somebody who's naturally funny, Destiny, let me tell you, you are not funny, bitch, okay? And she irritated the hell out of me in this whole fucking interview, but I pushed myself to watch it. She said, and I actually got through this interview without speak about this. Interviews about with Destiny and DJ Richie Scott because most of the questions he was about Sonny and Moses. I said, once again, Destiny, you're not talking about what you're doing. If you have businesses and you're trying to rebrand yourself, why are you not talking about these businesses and these products and things that you're doing? I didn't hear not one time in your interview where you talked about any of your Big D energy spray, your candles, and all this other shit you've been saying that you're doing. Because you already said Destiny's so busy. Destiny's busy. Destiny's got businesses. You didn't mention that. But you were happy to talk about and blame some Moses for why your life is so fucked up right now. It's weird. It's weird. Business people promote their business. You're not doing that because you're trying to promote and tear down and destroy others' reputations because you're destroyed. Hurt people hurt people. And that's what it's giving. You might want to back away from doing interviews, especially if you're in therapy. You should not be doing interviews while you're in therapy because you're still healing from situations and you're carrying that into interviews, which it makes you look bitter and crazy. Whoever this life coach is, she is not advising you well. And neither is this imaginary therapist that you say you're seeing. I'm just being 1,000. I'm just being 1,000. I got through the interview without even talking about Melody. Now, as you guys know, the second part of her interview with Dr. Heavenly is also out as well. I may have to go over that, and I know y'all don't want to hear it. I may have to actually play it. Not this morning. Because there were some things that she said in there that was very much so, it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. Heavenly, you need to be addressed because you're a flip-flopper. You're a fence rider. You are a fence rider, sis. Because you said in part one of your interview, I love Melody. Melody is my girl. We're Scorpios together. Me and Melody, we cool like that. But then you turn right around and say that Wanda needs to be back on the show again when you already know the reason why. The issue surrounding Wanda not on the damn show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. But then you turn around and you say that woman attacked Melody, your girl, your friend, your school, try to occur. But then you turn around and say, I like Wanda. I think Wanda should be back on the show again. I don't understand why they don't let her back on the show again. So if somebody attacked you on Married to Medicine and they let that person go, you're going to not feel a way about it if you see Bravo, Andy, and everybody else allow this person to come back in your personal space and film with you, knowing that they put hands on you and attacked you and went on social media to conjure up all types of lies and innuendos about you. It's so crazy to me how people don't see things when it's on the other. When they can see things when it's on the other foot, but when it's on them, they don't see it. It's weird. It's giving weird. Oh my God. Right. I see KBO, but she don't watch the show. Exactly. You know a lot about this bullshit to not watch the show. And I do feel like the Carlos do brief. He does brief heavily in a lot of things, and he be loud and wrong too. We already talked about it with that whole BT going into Stormy's warehouse and all that shit. He be loud and wrong too. But bottom line is, I do feel like he be feeding her information, and a lot of times it's not always politically correct. And she takes it and runs with it because she messy as hell versus investigating it herself. And I keep saying, if you're going to review this show and talk about it, you need to watch it. Don't be taking Carlos King's word and everybody else's word in terms of what they said, because you look stupid in the interview when you were asking Destiny certain questions. And she was like, no, you didn't watch the show. You didn't prepare. You based your questions on what you asked her on what Carlos and everybody else was telling you versus watching the show and educating yourself on what's actually happening so that you know the dynamic between everybody on that show and then build your questions around it. I would never interview somebody who's on the show and I don't watch the shit. Because I don't know what to ask you. I don't know the attitude. I don't know the energy between you and another person on the show and why you do what you do. Like, it's weird. But Destiny feels that she's making Melody relevant when she speaks on her in her interviews. But I feel like Melody, of course, does not need any relevancy from Destiny. Okay? I feel like you were clout chasing when you did mention her, Destiny. But it's giving weird vibes that you are so enamored with getting on platforms and then speaking of, I'm getting through interviews without speaking on Melody when you shouldn't be speaking on her in the first place. You should have enough going on in your life. You got a whole divorce, which you be trying to not talk about. And then when you do talk about it, it's a hurry up, let me hurry up and say this, and then I'm going to go back to Sonny and Moses. Like, you talk more about Sonny and Moses than you do about your own marriage to somebody you took vows to before God and had a whole child with. That's what it wants to hear about, but you won't really talk about that. You saying, oh, now I can talk about it, but you won't address it. You won't address it. When you sit up and you act like you're a victim of domestic violence and you advocate for yourself, but then Melody can't advocate for herself in terms of what she went through with, I'm going to say abuse as well. So how is it fair that you can advocate for yourself through this imaginary, and I'm gonna say imaginary because until you show me proof, it's imaginary. This imaginary abuse that you said you went through with LeBaric. But then when Melody does it and has to take Martell to court, she's wrong for that? Why is that? Why is that? So she's supposed to stay in a situation and just allow Martell to dog her out, abuse her children, put cameras in her, provoke her, put out videos on her, revenge pee on her. Like she's supposed to sit back and allow all of that and not do anything because that's her husband? Okay. She's going from platform to platform to discuss Moses. And of course, y'all know, like I told y'all last night, she is said to be dating Neil Fletcher's son, Lance, okay? She is said to be dating Neil Fletcher's son, Lance. But we're going to get more into that because I have to break it up when I'm talking about Destiny because she irritates the shit out of me. She does. Let's get into some Kim and Croy news. All right, then I'm going to spin the block. All right, Kim and Croy news. Kim and Croy, they are still, of course, having some issues selling their home. You know, they done had so many damn foreclosures. It's crazy. They're trying to get out of debt by selling this home, and they're not getting any buyers. Now, they've had to lower the price of their $4.2 million home by 30% below the original asking price. Damn, they've already had to lower it before. So they keep lowering because nobody is taking the bait and wants to buy this house. They still have no buyers. And time is ticking because they have to have this house sold by a certain time or the bank will foreclose again. And this time they don't get a second chance to try to save the home. Or a third chance, because this will be the third, going into the fourth, I think, foreclosure. So they don't get a chance again. Now, they're saying that the pending foreclosure of the mansion is linked to, of course, y'all know, financial issues, divorce, and unpaid taxes that they're dealing with, she and Croy, all right? Damn, Croy, you should have listened to your parents when they told you don't fuck with her. But anyway, so Kim and Croy is said to have to sell their house by August the 26th before the bank does the official foreclosure on the home, okay? Making it, like I said, their fourth foreclosure for this particular property, all right? Now, Kim does have an upcoming show on Hulu, you guys, where she'll be making a little coin. The show is called Got to Get Out. Coincidentally, you got to get out this damn house too. And that is the title of her show that's coming up on Hulu, you guys. So they've actually been filming, she and Cynthia, they've actually been filming for the new show since June 14th is what they're saying. So maybe she can make enough coins on this show to help save this house, and then they can go ahead and continue to try to sell it on their own, split whatever equity they can get out of it and move on with their lives, all right? Kim also is filming a pilot, you guys, they're saying, for a new reality show about her life after her split from Croy with her two daughters, Brielle and Ariana. So that'll be two incomes coming from two different shows, you guys, and I think Bravo is supposed to pick it up. They're doing some type of pilot. So I guess she's trying to make her way back to TV, which she should have never left. But I think the cockiness kind of she kind of got cocky after that Tardy for the Party show. She was like, oh, I don't need them. I don't really need to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She don't want to film with them anyway with her racist ass. And I keep saying it. If y'all don't think Kim Zolciak is racist, she is. Oh, she is. And you allowed that mess to make you leave the show and miss your bag. And then they turn around and cancel Tardy for the Party. And now you losing everything and everything's getting repossessed and you looking crazy out here. And Bravo, they not really looking to bring you back. At one point, I thought they were, but they ain't really fooling with her in terms of Real Housewives of Atlanta. They want fresh meat. They want fresh meat, but we'll see what it's giving. If they're able to bounce back, it's looking like she's going to be the savior in this situation, because I haven't heard of Croy doing anything else. His money is real ha-ha out here. But it's looking like Kim is going to be the savior, and maybe her daughters might fork over a few $1,000s from their cut to help save that home. Her oldest daughter, Brielle, is engaged to get married, so I'm pretty sure she ain't going to be staying there. But, yeah, that's what that's giving. Let's move on, honey. Rest in peace, you guys, to actor Bill Cobbs, okay? For those of you who don't know who he is, Bill Cobbs is an actor in Hollywood, black man, of course, who appeared in, they said, over 120 television shows and movies since the 1970s. He was 90 years old. He was found in his home in California. They're saying he was on the movie New Jack City. He's the person who pow-powed Nino Brown in New Jack City. That's the man, okay? I'm trying to make y'all know who he is, because, of course, I ain't holding up no picture. He also played in the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez, where he was the attorney when Jennifer Lopez barged into his office when she had the little girl with her. And she was pouring out all her money all over the table. If you guys watched enough, and I just watched it so many times, I just know that scene. So he played in that. He also played in The Bodyguard. He was the black man that played as Rachel Marin's assistant in The Bodyguard. Y'all remember who it is now? I had to give y'all examples. He played in The Bodyguard. He was the black man, the only black, well, no, because the driver was a black man, but we're not talking about the driver. The older looking black guy that played as Rachel Marin's, which was Whitney Houston in Bodyguard, her assistant, where he was, you know, kind of introducing Kevin Costner to how Whitney likes, you know, things to be. Y'all know now who I'm talking about? He passed away. He was 90 years old, okay? That's impressive. 120 movies and TV shows. That's very impressive. So he had a very relevant career, you guys, but they did say he was found in his home on Tuesday in California. They did not release his cause of death. They said that the cause of death is unknown. He lived a very long life. 90, that's impressive. That's impressive. He has a very, very lucrative career under his, well, had, because he's not here anymore, under his belt. So that's great. Rest in peace to him. I hope it wasn't any type of tragic something that happened to him, because they didn't release what happened, but he was 90, so it could be under, you know, natural causes. Shit, he lived a long life. I want to live to be that old too. But yeah, so rest in peace to him. That was sad to see that. And he still looked good for 90. He didn't look 90 in the pictures that I saw, the most recent pictures, even though he was 90. Well, y'all know how we are, honey, that melanin, that black skin, we still be out here looking good. Hell, look how good Cicely Tyson looked when she was in her damn 90s. Smooth skin and everything. Y'all know we don't like bananas out here. There ain't no shade in it. Well, maybe it is. Shit, I don't know. But y'all know black people, when we age, we don't look our age. Hell, it's some people, I've seen people 80-something years. Hell, my grandma ain't got no wrinkles in her face. And she, what, 89? 88, 89? No wrinkles. No wrinkles. Skin is smooth as a baby's bottom. But that's how we age. So he looked good for 90. I was like, you better come on through here, Mr. Cobb, okay? But let's move on, honey. Somebody said not at all. Yes, baby, yes. Keep yourself up, honey. Keep God in your life. Drink water, mind your business, and work out and eat right. And baby, you'll be out here looking good. Don't be letting people stress you out, because stress will give you wrinkles, okay? It will, because you're frowning up, and eventually the wrinkles gonna stay. So yeah, honey, keep it together. Keep it together. That's why I stay on myself, baby. Let's move on, though, honey. Apple, honey. For anybody that's working for Apple, I'm gonna let y'all know y'all asses ain't gonna have a job here soon. Everybody's losing jobs now. So they said that Apple wants to replace 58% of iPhone assembly workers with robots by 2030. I was seeing this, guys. I said, let me talk about this. Now, we already saw with Tesla, the company Tesla, was getting rid of a lot of employees as well. So here we go now with Apple. Now they said that half of Apple assembly workers are set to be replaced to enhance efficiency and reduce reliance of human labor. Okay, so they're gonna be using, which we already know, everything is becoming futuristic and by computerized anyway. So if you're not enhanced by computers, if you don't know much about computers, you're gonna be really lost with the way the world is going. Okay, so robots are definitely going to be taking over. That's what's going to be happening. Robots will be taking a lot of jobs. We're getting close to, if you guys think about it biblically, where it talks about the mark of the beast. I don't want to scare nobody, like in Revelations, where it talks about the mark of the beast, where it was saying that you would have to take the mark of the beast to be able to survive and things like that, to be able to buy food and things like that. If you don't have a job, it's getting close to that. Think about it. When they're talking about robots taking over jobs, with people having to take the mark of the beast to be able to survive and buy whatever they need in order to live. That means not having jobs, and then a lot of other things will be probably taken away. And it's getting to that point, 2030. Like, I mean, of course, nobody knows when the end of the world is, but you have to be able to read through the lines, I mean, if you read your Bible, I mean, everything is starting to come into fruition anyway. When you start to see different things happening, you be like, oh, now we see. We talked about it before. Earthquakes in weird places that you never ever would have thought would have happened. That's in the Bible. Earth diverse places. Yeah. Mothers against daughters. We hear about it all the time. Fathers against sons. Kids unaliving their parents. That's unheard of. Did we hear about that? Well, did we hear about it in the Bible? I never heard about that in the Bible where somebody unallowed their parent. But it does say in the Bible that, you know, mothers against daughters, fathers against sons. We talked about that a little bit yesterday as well. So when you start seeing little signs of things that's happening that was quoted in the Bible, and it makes me aware that things are really getting close. So when you hear things like this about robots taking over 58% of jobs, that's a lot. That's a lot, because people have to work in order to survive. You got to pay your bills. You got to have food. You got to be able to do what you need to do. And how do you do that without a job? How do you do that without a job? I saw a video the other day where this man went into a store and he made a purchase with some type of chip. You know, they're starting to chip humans now. That's scary, y'all. They are putting chips into humans to where you don't have to take like a purse or a wallet with you. You can wave your hand over like this little scanner thing and like pay for certain items without. I said that's the mark of the beast right there. That's the mark of the beast, y'all. We're getting into that. You know, they say if you take the mark of the beast, you like automatically going to hell. That's like a abomination type, you know, some abomination type stuff. But I saw a video, and that shit, I just sat there and looked at the video like, oh my God. This white man walked into the store, and the guy behind him was like, how you gonna pay with all that stuff? You don't have a card. And the man like waved his hand over like this. It goes, Dee! He had a chip in him that read over the scanner in his hand that was inserted into his hand. And I don't know where you go to get this shit done, but he paid for his purchases with this chip in his hand. Is that not weird? Baby, no, I'm not getting no chips or none of that. The only chips I want is in a chip bag, like some Doritos or some shit like that. You ain't putting none of that crazy stuff in my body. I'm sorry. Like, no, that's some crazy stuff. So y'all better stay prayed up. Y'all better, that's why I keep saying you better read your Bible. Stop believing everything that people tell you. Read for yourself and study to show your own self-approval. For real. Because times are going to get hard as the years go by. This is saying 2030. That's a little piece down the road. But the way time is flying, we'll be in 2030 before you know it. And things are it's going to progress and get worse and worse and worse and worse. And if you're not educated in terms of how things are going to go and how to deal with this, if you don't have a solid prayer life in terms of how to hear like from God when bad things happen, to where he give you a certain premonition in terms of how to deal with things, you're going to be lost. For real. You're going to be lost. You're going to be lost. You're going to look around and see people moving in certain ways, and you're not going to know what's going on. It's going to be weird to you. It's going to be like foreign to you because you're not educated on what's really going on. I'm just saying. I see y'all putting it at critical times. It's serious, guys. For real. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I am so aware of my surroundings and aware with that. I told y'all I'm always reading stuff. I'm always trying to educate myself on stuff. I don't miss anything. And I thank God for giving me that gift. I pay attention to everything. And you have to nowadays because the world is so crazy. And they try to pass off everything as being normal. And they try to normalize everything. And it's not. It's crazy how the world and society, politically as well, try to normalize certain things that when you look at it, you know it's not normal, but because everybody's doing it, they try to normalize it, and you feel like you have to do it in order to fit in. And that's how it's going to be with the mark of the beast. Watch what I tell you. Everybody's going to be doing it because you don't want to deal with the pressure of not being able to take care of certain things, and you're going to go do it and be in a bad place because you're trying to fit in with what society says is right. Just like when they legalized same-sex marriages, it speaks against that in the Bible. But they've normalized it, and when people speak out about it, they get tore up about it. Because you have an opinion about something that they've normalized when biblically it says it's wrong. So you have to be able to stand up for what you believe is right and not allow others to taint your beliefs in terms of what you know to be correct and right. You feel me? Yeah, you will get canceled. You will get canceled for standing up for what you feel is the right thing. So definitely educate yourself in. I don't even know why I went off the beaten path like that, but yeah, that you have to educate yourself in what you know to be right. Definitely read your Bible, because it definitely is a roadmap into where the world is going, so that you will know how to navigate through what you guys just call perilous times, because that's where we're living in, perilous times. It's scary. It can be scary. It can be scary, but if you have a tight enough prayer life, you can pray and get that certain discernment that you need in order to be able to make it through this crazy world, because it's crazy. Now, they're saying that this strategic shift aligns with a broader tech industry, you guys, which trends of incorporating advanced robotics, operational benefits, okay? So it says that the move has raised concerns on assembly line workers, as more than 1 million people are currently involved in the manufacturing in iPhones. So it's gonna probably be over 1 million or so people losing jobs with Apple due to them creating robots, okay? Because they already have robots as well. I was seeing working, I think, in like warehouses to, I think they said with Tesla too, I was reading. Tesla also has started creating robots in order to help keep up with production. So that's where we're headed. So a lot of these jobs, they won't need you anymore. They will not need human interaction anymore, because they're creating robots that can handle these things. So where's that going to put us in terms of our survival? Wow, that's deep, right? Let's move on though. Let's move on. That's something to think about this morning. That's something to think about. That's something. You're going to be living in a world where you're not needed. And how will you survive? A lot of people have started, I'm gonna move on, but a lot of people have started doing their own gardening, raising their own food. That's a great idea. Because what's gonna happen is, when you can't go into the store and go deep with whatever it is that they're putting in you, because they might try to legalize it and say, hey, you have to have this chip. Just like with debit cards, that's just a normal thing to us. So imagine not being able to use your debit card to go and make purchases for things that you need. And the only way that you can do that is through having something in your hand. That becomes the standard way of survival. How do you live? But if you're growing your own food at home, shout out to Tea Talk with your girl, because I see she's always talking about that on her channel, the way she's doing gardening. She does like tutorials on how to get started into that. That's a great idea. If you're into that, hell, I might need to start doing it. A lot of people are raising their own like cattle and stuff. That's a great idea, because pretty soon you won't be able to go into stores and purchase your own things. And then what the stuff that they're putting in food nowadays is not safe anyway, but causing cancer. Every time you turn around, cancel this, cancel that. So the things that they're putting in our foods is what's causing all these sicknesses. So what it's doing is making you a slave to medicines and society and everything else. You have to take these medicines in order to survive. You don't even know what the hell is in it, but you know what's in whatever you grow at home. But let's get into it. Just a little, you know. All right, so they're saying that Diddy, honey, has gone out here and gotten married. I never thought that I would ever hear that, because we know that he kind of likes both things from what we hear. We hear that he's bi, he like men and women, so it's weird. They're saying that he went to Hawaii with his 4th baby mama, Dana Tran. She is an Asian woman who he just had the newest child, which they call her baby love. So they're saying that he took her to Hawaii for her birthday, for like a birthday trip, and they went over there and had some type of marital ceremony to where they're supposed to be married. I feel like he did that because he knows his trial is coming up. She knows a lot about what's going on, and she's seen and heard a lot about this. A lot of people have pulled away from Diddy. They don't fool with him anymore. So you know how when you marry somebody and they can't testify against you because you're married to them, like your spouse? I feel like this Dana Tran individual knows a lot about the trafficking, maybe because she's been trafficked. Diddy don't really keep women around him unless they are going through that. I mean, hell, look at how he did Cassie. Cassie was supposed to be his girlfriend as well, but look at all the shit she went through in the 10 years that she was with him. So I feel like Dana Tran, even though you got a baby by him, because Cassie would have had a baby by him too, had she not been sneaking and being on birth control. I feel like Dana Tran was definitely one of his trafficking victims. And he's now marrying her so that she will not be able to testify in this huge case that's coming up for RICO and trafficking, among other things. Okay, he don't want her to speak. Young Miami's gotten away from him and pulled away from him. She's turned on him. Now she's actually speaking against him. Jay-Z and Beyonce don't fool with him, even though they've been in many of Diddy's parties and they have done lots of business with Diddy, even though Jay-Z and Diddy have been friends for years. And it's said and alleged that that Jay-Z was involved in a lot of things that Diddy was involved in. But when the feds got on to Diddy, Jay-Z and Beyonce was like, oh hell no, because you know they're about image. They don't hang with Diddy. They ain't seen with Diddy. So Diddy has a way of trying to control people. Now, I only feel like he had this little marital ceremony with this Dana Tran individual to shut her up and have her to where she cannot testify against him. Not because he loved her, because I don't think Diddy loved nobody but his damn self, to be honest with you. I don't think he loved nobody but himself. But it's saying that according to a top source, that Diddy and Dana Tran had a secret ceremony over this past weekend. But they said that Dana Tran has stuck by Diddy since everybody has chosen to step away and not deal with him through his legal woes. So I guess that's his way of rewarding her. Maybe he's going to do that, and he married her in order to put certain things into her name now that they have a baby, knowing that he's going away. I think he's getting his affairs in order. That's one of his ways of getting his affairs in order, knowing that he's probably going to be going away for a very, very long time. I mean, look at R. Kelly, 30-something years. He's faced with 30-something, with 20, almost 30-something years in prison. He's faced with a lot of time. So I think Diddy knows that eventually he's going to be handed down a lot of time as well. So he's getting his affairs in order. And what better way to do that than to marry somebody to be able to put certain things in their name so that you know that your business and everything else, he trusts her like that, obviously. So that he can continue to keep his businesses and stuff going while he's away. That's what I feel. I said, this is some total bullshit. Diddy, you like men. This is all for publicity and business reasons only. And people get married for business reasons all the time. All the time. It makes sense to me. Good morning. I see you guys coming in. They said that she's crazy. Absolutely. But I'm pretty sure he gave her a nice little coin if he still got it. He needs to be holding on to any type of money that he has for his upcoming legal defense, because this shit gonna cost him a lot of money. It's gonna cost him a lot of money. But we'll see what it's giving, child. But it's saying that they did have a ceremony to where they got married in Hawaii. So I don't know how this shit gonna turn out. But I do feel like it's for business purposes only. All right, because his mama might be going down too. Oh yeah, his mama might be going down too. Janice Combs, let's call your name this morning. That's his mama. Janice Combs, you might be going down too, because it's saying alleged, baby, that you might be involved in the trafficking stuff too, and using your little company that you created, saying that you need models, but these women are being trafficked. We'll talk about that, because y'all know I be on my shit over here. Janice Combs, his mama, started a company where she be looking for models, and these girls come there, because I already told y'all Diddy has like this little underground situation. Like this little underground situation where they have the girls and little trafficking victims be coming to the little underground, coming to this house, and they have like an underground tunnel. So these women be coming to audition to be models, and they get there and they find out that they ass gonna be traffickers. And they get paid a little money to do little sexual favors, and they get caught up in that. And it be these little desperate girls that don't really have jobs, that want to be in Hollywood, and they get paid pretty good money. But I feel like that's how they lure them. That's how they lure them. So Janice Combs might be going to jail, because a lot of Diddy stuff was put into her name, like the royalties from all of his artists that used to be on Bad Boy. He gave all the royalties to his mother. That's how she was living in a nice high-rise apartment in New York. They were all complaining about, when do we get our royalties? You're never going to get them, because that's how he's taking care of his mother. So she might be going down, which is why he married this Dana Tran, so that she can carry on the business part of his life while his ass is locked up. But, whoo, child, cray. All right, let's do an update on Kenya Moore, honey. All right, so Kenya Moore loses, they're saying, a $2 million deal from Bravo's salary on Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16 after Bravo indefinitely suspended her, let her go, fire her, however you want to see it. Hell, she ain't there no more. I don't give a damn how you look at it. So she missed out on a $2 million contract with Bravo. That could have definitely saved her and put her financially where she needed to be. She's now going to be struggling as a result of doing some shit that she should not have done. Acting out of emotions. I gave you guys the update last night that she was acting out because her ex-husband now, Mark Daly, has some type of inappropriate exchange with Britt Eady, who is her cast member on season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know what the hell they were doing, Like I said, Britt Edie is a beautiful girl, no homo. But Mark, they said he was being inappropriate with her, and it got back to Kenya. King decided she was going to embarrass the hell out of her, put those damn pictures out of her, and put an audio out calling Britt a what they call it, woman of the night, we'll say it that way, and was sending out pictures of her for JJ for $1,400. So yeah, so you allowed a rookie to come in and take your job over some bullshit, over a nigga that you didn't even want no more, and it didn't want you. Cray. But it says she missed out on $2 million. So that's the update on that. She was set to get $2 million for her role on season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and now she gone. Cray. All right, President Obama's sister, you guys, her name is Alma Obama, was tear gassed, you guys, during a Kenya protest against tax hikes over there. They're having some type of issue with taxes being hiked up over there. She was going over there to speak out, to like advocate, and on CNN she was seen being tear gassed. Okay, she was seen being tear gassed while she was protesting. All right, now they said that the recent protests in Kenya against the proposed finance bill of 2024 have turned violent, resulting in the deaths of at least 5 people and numerous people being injured, you guys. Now, Obama's sister, Omar Obama, was tear gassed during a live CNN interview while explaining her participation in the protest. It said that the situation remains tense as the public continues to react strongly against the bill. Okay, so hopefully she's okay. I mean, damn, get tear gassed. I know that shit was burning. But yeah, President Obama's sister, honey, they tear gassed the hell out of her while she was trying to protest. All right, got a little update on Maurice. Shout out to Anonymous T and of course T for TV, because y'all know they be pulling out them court documents. I was scrolling through YouTube last night and I saw it. I said I'm going to do a little update. They're saying that a motion to dismiss a lawsuit for defamation for Maurice Scott. They're saying that as of June 24th that the judge denied it. Okay, y'all know that Maurice was trying to have that dismissed, and it has been denied. So all of his motions that he actually asked to be dismissed have been denied. So they're going to go forward with said case. His request to dismiss the 21 counts in his case for the Oprah network, who is also they're saying a defendant in the case, a motion to dismiss that has also been denied as well. So I'm not sure how this shit is going to turn out. They're saying that as of June 24th, all of his motions to dismiss have been denied. So Maurice, you done dug yourself in a damn hole that your ass ain't gonna be able to get out of. Had you just let this shit go, with your ego out here trying to tell people to apologize to you, nigga, who are you? If they took the fucking videos down, that should have ended it. But your ego telling somebody they gotta apologize to you, I want the videos down and I want a formal apology. Fuck you, Maurice. You done messed yourself up. You got Kimmy involved now, because whoever's suing her, you are her spouse, so they're going to go after her as well and whatever she owns. So you done fucked up everybody's life over your ego, dumbass. Over your ego. If they chose to take the fucking videos down and retract it, that should have been the end of it. So when you go and file stupid shit, now look at you. Now you backing out because you see the shit is getting serious. And the judge is like, yeah, no, I want to see all of this shit now. I want to see all the evidence that's going to be presented. No, it ain't going to be no dismissing, because you were very, very loud about filing the shit. So now he's backpedaling in this case, and it sounds like the judge is just not dismissing this shit. They want to hear about it according to the court documents. All right, he should have let this shit go, but you done stuck your own foot up your own ass. That's it on that. That's it on that. We'll see what it gives. All right. Of course, y'all know. I'm gonna skip that. All right. So let me go ahead and finish up this Dr. Heavenly bullshit. I feel like Carlos King is setting up a clique amongst the cast, with Destiny included, and now Heavenly I see is included as well. Platform, and she's doing that by way of doing the Messy Mondays with Carlos King. I don't think she knows what the hell she be talking about, but I think as a means to grow her platform and become a presence on YouTube, I think that she has aligned herself with Carlos to be a part of this clique that he's creating. and he's using the cast to do it. And they're trying to click up against Melody Cherie to oust her from the show. Why he's doing that, I don't know. I think they've already chosen sides. They're choosing Martell, which that's the worst choice you could ever make, because Martell brings absolutely nothing to the show. I think they're doing that because Martell must have something on all of the cast, at which we know that's how he is. Martell does not fight fair. He's now fighting against the Scotts as well. He's already exposed Marceau with that whole secret party or inappropriate parties at the movie theater where he used to work, when he told Trish. He said that on the show, and that's because the Scotts have chosen to unfollow Martell. So just kind of like Destiny, and I talked about it before, Martell and Destiny are one and the same. Anybody that cut him off and choose not to deal with him anymore, it's going to be exposure and wreck your life. And that's how Destiny does. That is what she's doing to Sonny and Moses. She's trying to do it to Melody and anybody else that she has dealings with. Okay, yeah, a lot of this I'm gonna try to save probably to the pop in too, because I really want to be able to get into it. Yeah, but there's something going on that I feel like it's getting ready to happen that we don't fully know about. Carlos he's doing something behind the scenes. I feel like he's upset that Melody was a little too transparent at that damn podcast I told you guys, because that exposed him for being the opposite of what he was telling everybody that he was. He was saying, I love Melody Cherie, that's my girl, da 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 da. But when Melody got up there to let everybody know that Carlos was not protecting her, that he was actually putting her in harm's way and not addressing situations on the show that was very detrimental to her, it made him look bad. It made him look like a liar. It made him feel like, okay, as the person who allowed you to be on this show and create this, well, not create, but give you a platform, I feel like now you kind of shit it in my face. And that's how he feels. So I feel like he's on his get back, and he's using the cast as a means of getting Melody back. He's not going to do it because that's a bad look for him. So Carlos, what he does is he has puppets and people that he put into place to orchestrate what he can't do, because he's Carlos. Y'all get where I'm coming from? Certain people will do things to you, but when they're on a certain platform and they're seen as a certain way, they're not going to come for you, but they will hire people to do it. Like little bots. Kind of sort of like bots, okay? Yeah, so Dr. Heavenly is getting dragged online, you guys, after she says that Wanda needs to be back on the show and filming on Love and Marriage Huntsville, after she spoke out saying, like I said, that she loved and respected Melody. I don't know how you can love and respect a person when you see she's being attacked on national television, if you saw it, but then you advocate for the person who attacked her. That's weird to me. She ain't nobody's friend. And Dr. Jackie need to watch out. And if you telling any secrets to Heavenly, you crazy, all right? Destiny is also blaming Sonny. Okay, let's talk about Destiny a little bit, because we're going to flip-flop a little bit. Destiny is also blaming Sonny for the reason that she has a lack of a storyline for the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's saying that there's plenty of other things that she would like to talk about and or tell, but she's not allowed to do that because she's stuck with this storyline with Sonny and Moses. I don't believe that. I believe if you went to Carlos King and say, hey, I got some really, really deep tea that I would like to share on the show, I think he would allow it if he knows it's going to help the ratings. But I think that you came in the door, Destiny, with so much vitriol and anger towards Sonny and Moses that your focus was on exposing them, which that made that your storyline, okay? So, yeah. So she's saying that that Moses, and she wants Sonny and Moses to leave Huntsville and leave the show, but that's your storyline. So if they leave, you don't have a storyline, which then that would take you back off the show because you don't really have anything else to share. Okay, yeah. Destiny also says that it's Sonny's fault in the past seasons as to why she never shared her life and what she had to deal with. Well, Sonny was only your producer, because I dug this up and I verified it. Sonny was only Destiny's producer for 1 season. Destiny was on Love and Marriage Huntsville for 5 seasons. So what happened prior to that? Because your own cast members, Kimmy and Tisha also said on the show that you didn't share anything, that you kept your secrets, that they would try to have conversations and that production would try to pull things out of you, and you were so secretive about your life. So now you're trying to blame Sonny for you not being able to share your life when she was only your producer for 1 year, for 1 season. She had nothing to do with prior seasons of you being on there 5 seasons and not sharing anything. People would ask you questions. What about LeBaron? What about this? What about this? You would never share it and say, oh, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. But now all you're doing is talking about it. Anytime, and I see y'all saying I got trolls in here. Anytime I'm talking about the Scotts or Destiny or anything Love and Marriage Huntsville against Carlos, I notice that we have trolls. Any other time, if I'm talking about anything, we don't have trolls. So that's expected. That is expected anytime we're talking about the Scotts, because they do watch us and they do have people who be in here trolling and trying to throw people off. But lucky for me, I don't even watch the chat like that, so I'm good. We're going to still get this information out, okay? We're going to still get this information out. Destiny says that she's a very open person and that she's had stuff to share, but Sonny prevented that. Now she's blaming Sonny for her career on TV not being the way it needs to be. But she did not want to share her life because she said legally LeBaric would not allow her to share what was going on with them because of court. So now it's Sonny's fault when you already said prior that LeBaric would not allow you to speak on it. So pick one, Destiny. Pick one, Destiny. Hey, Martell. Hey, hey, Marceau. Hey, Maurice. Okay, all the brothers with the hips and titties. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, it might be that fat ass sister y'all got too that's helping y'all troll. I don't know. The one that be carrying 6 pieces of chicken in her damn purse with her chunky ass. Y'all want to play with me this morning? We can do it. We can do it. I'm the wrong one to be trying to troll. All right, so Destiny also says in her interview, and I'm going to go over that later in the pop-in probably because I want to look at it some more. She says in her interview with Dr. Heavenly that she's private and didn't tell out her business. And only was on a need-to-know basis. But then you told DJ Richie Scott that Sonny came in as your producer and prevented you from sharing your story. I don't understand. Destiny, I think you need to, like I said before, look at prior interviews before you do more interviews because your stories are conflicting with each other, okay? Yeah. That sister know. Y'all know that sister, that chunky one with her wide ass up on there. The Scotch, y'all don't scare nobody, okay? I know so much information about y'all ass that I ain't even shared yet. Please don't come over here on the bullshit because I don't want to put y'all business out there. And I ain't scared of no fucking lawsuit because I already told y'all, if you send that shit over here, it's going to be like a fucking birthday party, confetti. I'm going to rip that shit up on live. Don't fucking play with me, okay? And I ain't going to sprue out anything unless it's verified. So don't play with me. Because shit I ain't even talked about yet will be talked about on this channel, okay? Yeah, don't play with me. Buffet eating biatch. Y'all are hell in the comments, okay? But, yeah. But that's what it's giving and that's what's going on. But we're going to get more in depth to this, guys, in our pop-in, all right? I'm going to go ahead and end the show there. We're going to finish this up in our pop-in because I definitely want to finish talking about this. But, yeah, I know Martell and them be in the chat. Anytime we're talking about them, coincidentally, we got trolls. I never have trolls over here like that. But thank y'all for being here, bitch. While you're here, go ahead and hit the like while you're here. That's the least you can do. You ain't got to subscribe. You probably already subscribed. But thank you for being here, too, Wanda. I know you're grieving, but I'm pretty sure you're probably in the chat, too. Because I know you be in my bushes. Pull the branch out your ass and please hit the like button, all right? But that's all I got for you guys this morning, okay? Somebody said girdle wearing. Y'all are hell. Thank y'all for being here this morning, honey. We will pick up on where we left off this morning with these topics for our pop-in, all right? I will see you guys later. Please enjoy your day. Don't let anybody get on your damn nerves. Love you guys all the way down. Thank you to all of my content creators that joined us this morning one by one. Y'all know I love you. And of course my caramelians, and thank you to my mods, Bill Wilson, Tara Daniels, and Linda Gamble. Okay, thank y'all for modding for me as well. Let's get out of here. Love you guys down, and goodbye.